Hello YouTube, I'm back again, number 9. Jumping right into it, let me check my time here, 8:05. I haven't been able to take me time it takes to make this successful. I almost feel like people around me want me to fail. Any advice? One hour a day. Actually, your doctor requires 30 minutes a day of exercise. So you gotta block out at least 30 minutes of time for yourself. I get up at 4:45 a.m. I leave work at 3. So I can make sure I get my work in that pays my bills and I can get my exercise in. I've had to have conversations with my loved ones and explain to them how very important it is for me to get to the gym and how very important it is for me not to feel guilty about going, and how very important it is for them to give me support and encouragement and not make me feel the guilt for going. So you're going to have some tough conversations with those people that are immediately in your life that possibly may be making you feel as if they want you to fail. As far as the diet and exercise or diet goes, you have to make the choices. You have to plan your meals. You have to learn how to cook. You have to make wise decisions when it comes to going out to eat. Maybe not, instead of going out to eat 6 times a week, you go out to eat 1 time a week. Those don't take as much time to do, but it just takes mental strength and capacity to be willing to do it. So, at a minimum, start off with being prepared with your food and your water and your vitamins, and have the conversations necessary and make the changes in your schedule, whether that means getting up earlier, staying late, finding a gym or a place to exercise close to your job, taking your workout clothes with you, changing at work and getting in the exercise instead of sitting in traffic. Figure it out, You've got to find the the time for me. If you're not finding me time, you're not loving yourself enough. And I think you'll find through this journey it's all about self-love. The struggles, the victories. So that's the best advice I have for you there. What kind of camera do you use for your videos? I've been asked this a million times. I'm looking at my camera. I have a Sony CyberShot. It is about 3 years old. It's 7.2 megapixels. It's a Carl Zeiss lens. That's what I got. I wanted to ask you if you feel that you've changed the way you aim your videos now that you have so many viewers. And along with those numbers come a lot of power and influence. I would hope that you all think that I start my weekly updates the same way I've always done my weekly updates. And I do my weekly updates the same way I do my weekly updates. What was my start weight? Where am I at this week? What did I lose or gain or maintain from last week? How far am I to my goal? What worked for me? What didn't work? Where is there room for improvement? And anything else that falls into place after that. So I feel like my weekly updates stay the same. Videos like this, when you have 440 private messages, there's no way I can respond to every single one. So I'm doing my best to get the word out and answer people's questions because I feel guilty. If anything's changed, I feel like I have a responsibility to the community to give as much support that I possibly can. And of course, day 1 post-op is a lot different than 15 months post-op. So I guess I do feel as if I have some more experience that I can share with others. But, I meet people. I met a gal this weekend and she said she felt like she was meeting a celebrity. I felt the same way when I met Sky Moon. We're not celebrities. I don't think of myself as a celebrity. I think as myself just like you. Somebody who was obese, who didn't want to be obese anymore, found YouTube, and thanks the community on YouTube for all the support, because I don't know that I'd be where I am today without all of you. So, if anything, I feel like I've gained a lot of friends. I almost want to cry. but I'm not going to. So, no, I don't think my videos are different. I think they're the same. I love you all. My question is to you about wine. I enjoy a glass of wine after dinner, and I'm getting banded soon. Will this be possible after the band? Yes. You can drink anything you want, except as long as it's not carbonated. You know, transfer addiction is what I'll warn you. I have watched people have weight loss surgery and have transferred their addiction from eating to alcohol. So be careful. And the other thing I'll say is that the calories, I drink a lot less. I used to drink 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. It was fun. It's a party. Live it up. But those calories add up, guys. And I find that if I use my calories on food, I lose weight. If I use my calories on alcohol, I still have to eat. So at the end of the day, I gain weight. So it's fine to drink alcohol, non-carbonated, but be cautious of transfer addiction, as well as going over your calorie intake and not being successful with your weight loss because of alcohol. I don't want that to happen. Do you? What do I got time-wise? 3 minutes. Okay. Do you have a video where you discuss your exact diet? Like, do you count calories and do you try to eat low carb? So I've answered the first portion of that already. Do I try to do low carb? No, I do not. My doctor never told me to watch my carbs. And if I'm eating protein first, and then I'm only substituting with vegetables after that, those are complex carbs in those vegetables. And sure, when I cheat or I go off track or I eat something that maybe it's not protein, there's carbs in it. But because I am accountable weekly for my weight loss, I can look back and see what did I eat, you know. I can look at my calories and see what was it that I did. So I'm still looking at calories and protein, and most of the time, if it's high in calories and low in protein, guess what? It's high in carbs. So I pretty much do my best to try to avoid carbs unless they're complex, but I do not count them. They do not equate into my measurement of nutrition. I did that and all those other diets, you know, and I got fat. So protein and calories, that's what I do. What else? Did you ever feel like all these other, that weight loss surgery worked for all these other people and it may not work for you? I think we all have that in the back of our mind, right? That it may not work for us. So I follow the rules. And by following the rules, for me, it worked. It's working. So, you know, with each week that passes, and you do the work, you start to realize that you're just like everybody else. All those people you watch and aspire to be like, and as far as their success, if you're doing the work, you're going to get there, you know? It's not a race. And self-doubt, I talked about it earlier in a different video, that goes away.